welcome back again to another late night with warm whiskey. Tonight we'll begin what is the first installment of a three-part series. Yesterday, or last video I should say, posted was on Rock Hill Farms for Buffalo Trace. Today we are going to continue on our journey with some Buffalo Trace offerings. And tonight we are going to start with some Colonel E.H.Taylor bottled in bond small batch. So without further ado, pop the cork on this and let's give it a pour. So Colonel E.H.Taylor, a Buffalo Trace product, paying homage to a pioneer in the bourbon industry, whiskey industry, American spirits industry, a man who really wanted to produce a quality product and raise standards. He was one that led the charge for the passing of the Bottled in Bond Act of 1897, and Buffalo Trace to this day is producing your Colonel E.H.Taylor Bottled in Bond small batch. They also offer a Bottled in Bond straight rye, and they also have a barrel proof offering. So tonight we are going to begin this journey with the Colonel E.H.Taylor small batch 100 proof bottled in bond. Yeah, it's again, there's a distinct nose to some of these Buffalo Trace products, and they are quite wonderful in the balance of sweet, the caramel, cherry, apple, cinnamon, baking spice. That gentle oak touch that just attaches itself right there in the middle of the nose. It's a wonderful, wonderful nose. And, you know, as I was pining a little bit yesterday, a little bit sad about the finish of the Rock Hill Farms. I haven't had it in a minute, but E.H.Taylor, whether they're chill filtering it or not, usually gives me a pretty good finish. And we'll go in and see what this one does for us this evening. Yeah, there's definitely more writing out on this than, and I don't know, maybe they aren't doing it to this. I don't know, but this isn't really that thick of a mouthfeel. But the finish and the arrival, definitely a lot more impact, a lot more complexity going on than in the Rock Hill Farms. And this is just the standard small batch, which I happen to love. Retail price of this would be $45. And definitely out of all of them, the Colonel is the one to really hope you can get your hands on, in my opinion. Rock Hill Farms is great. Blanton's is, what it is. I guess I will get into the topic of Blanton's a little bit further here in a little bit, but tonight, in the next few videos, we'll be covering these offerings from Buffalo Trace under the Colonel E.H.Taylor branding. All in all, a fantastic bottled and bond. Well worth the couple extra bucks. You can get some very budget friendly bottled and bond offerings. Evan Williams, even Jim Beam if you can find it. There's some other. There's the Old Tub. That one's very a sore subject, or it's a love or hate affair in a lot of the whiskey groups when it comes to the Old Tub, that Jim Beam peanut. But again, I don't know what it is about the nose of some of these Buffalo Trace that just, they remind me of, I'm sitting outside on a crisp, cool autumn night, smelling like an apple and cherry pie being baked in an oven, and that scent wafting out into that open, fresh air. It is delightful. Mm. Yeah. It doesn't not have, you know, very deep impact like bassy. This comes in the mid and highs and finishes very well with those. All riding out much longer and more pleasantly. But, I don't know. Thinking of the Rock Hill Farms that I reviewed last, Blanton's is a single barrel. This is not a single barrel. They're blending these to keep this profile, I would imagine. But single barrels can vary, so I always, I've had bottles of Blanton's that were really, I thought, much better than other bottles that I've had. And the same with your Henry McKenna, a 10-year bottled and bond single barrel. I've had some really good single barrels of those and some that were just really good, but some were a little bit better. So anytime you're dealing with single barrel products, there's that factor. And there is an E.H. Taylor single barrel as well. I do believe I have, maybe not any more left of that bottle. I don't know. I'll have to check on the status of that. They tend to disappear. So, we all know Buffalo Trace is one of the hottest distilleries out there. These products are highly sought after. They're hard to get a hold of. You have to be savvy. You have to know your local liquor stores, their delivery days, and, be polite, be nice, shop, be courteous, and you never know what can happen. It took me a lot of years, and I've been working at I work in this business, and it taken me a long time to find in some of the things that I've got, and I don't have anything too crazy or amazing, but I'm blessed to have quite a few wonderful whiskeys that I have enjoyed over the past few years, and enjoy giving you guys my impressions of them. Colonel E.H. Taylor, bottled and bond, small batch. We won't want to beat the drum about bottled and bond, but there are some strict rules that go into being a bottled and bond spirit. Can be a whiskey, can be a rye, can be a bourbon. but it just must be the product of one distilling season, must be aged for 4 years, and must be bottled at 50% alcohol by volume. So always going to be a 100 proof offering. And there's quite a few bottled and bond products out there in the marketplace, and I'm a big fan of collecting them, drinking them, and it's a fun little piece of Americana, some history. And to that, and to the Colonel E.H.Taylor, we will end this. Double thumbs up for the Colonel E.H.Taylor small batch. Always a welcome friend. Definitely carries a little bit more weight than the Rock Hill Farms or the Blantons, in my humble opinion. So, on to the next one will be the Colonel E.H.Taylor Bottled and Bond Straight Rye, followed by the Colonel E.H.Taylor Barrel Proof. And till then, score!